Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode we're gonna be working on this 2007 BMW X5 with a 3.0 engine on it. What we are gonna be changing the headlight lenses on this vehicle. As you guys can see, I already changed this one, which looks newer, and we still need to do this one. So in this video I'm gonna try to explain you everything I did wrong on that headlight, so you guys will be prepared for labor, tools, or stuff that you guys might need in case you guys want to do this job on your own. It is labor intense, but I guess it's worth it at the end, just because the new looks that your car has with the new headlights. It's basically like transforming the front view of your car, I mean, to newer style kind of thing. If they have the headlights really messed up, I mean, your car looks older just because of the headlights. Okay, one of the first things that we need to do to the car is basically put it on jack stands, because we're gonna have to take the tire off in order to get the headlight through the back of the fender. The fender and half part of the bumper, it's all one piece, so the headlight basically has to come out through the back of the fender. So I'll show you guys right now how to take off the rivets on the fender, which is this right here. And actually I believe they already took these ones off, because the other ones that he had, they were like one-time use kind of thing. These rivets, I guess you cannot use them anymore. They all messed up, and I ended up buying some new ones from Harbor Freight, which are these right here. These are rivets. So okay, here we go. We're gonna start by taking out the fender trim, this one around. So seems like they already removed this one because it has a different type of rivets in here. So for those, I mean, you might use a flathead screwdriver, or if you have these nice pliers that separate those plastic rivets, you can just like push them and they'll come off like that. But these are not the OEM ones. The OEM ones look like this. I saw a guy on YouTube that he's like with a punch hole or pinch set. He would tap right on the center of the thing with a hammer, and that thing will release the pressure on these ones and it will open. On this I am lucky because they're aftermarket, so I'm just gonna start by just removing them with my pliers. Okay, after removing the rivets from the fender trim, we're gonna go ahead and try to remove these screws, which is one over here and one over here, and it has like 1, 2, 3, 4 more at the bottom. Then we're gonna go ahead and remove this one over here, this one over here, these 3 over here, this one right on top, maybe 2 right on inside over here. This one doesn't have it, but it might have another one there. And then we're gonna remove this plastic nut over here. That one's plastic, so be careful. Yeah, that's about it, like all the screws that we need to remove. So let's get them removed right now, and okay. Be aware that you're going to be using a 10mm socket, an 8mm socket, and a 7mm socket. Those are the sizes of the 3 different sizes screws that it has in here. So we are now going to try to remove the plastic trim on the side fender. So there you go. As soon as one of them comes off, the other one are easy. You kind of like twist it that way and then pull it. That way you don't have to fight too much with it. There you go. There we have it. Now, so now we're gonna try to remove this thing, and by doing that, we just have to take it off from here, pull it down, and it should come out as easy as that. There you go. Now we're starting to have access to the headlight, which is this one right here. On this part of the removal, we are gonna concentrate on trying to remove this bolt right here, this bolt underneath right there. We are gonna try to get to this one on top of the headlight, and it has another one like way down there. That could be the hardest one to get off, but you guys are gonna need the 325 star like this one. And if you can, try to get a long extension, because as you might see, some of them might be harder to reach. They're halfway, so okay. This one at the bottom is a different one. So these are the long ones that I'm talking about. Take off the headlight harness too. So that one's easy, just pops right off. There you go, another one, long one. This one, it's already loose. Okay, headlight is already loose, so we're gonna try to squish it back and try to get it out. Okay, the headlight is already loose and everything, and as you guys can see, it's already sticking out through here, but you won't be able to get it out because on the passenger side it has the washer fluid tank over here, and it just won't come off because it has this bracket on top of the headlight. So what are we gonna do right now is basically take off this bracket. This is a plastic bracket that comes from the fender to the frame of the car. So we are gonna take off that 10mm nut over here, and this star screw on this other side. I believe it has 2 more on top of the engine bay, which is gonna be this one over here and this one. These 2 bolts. We are gonna remove both those right now. Okay guys, we already removed the headlight from the car. To take off the lenses, basically it's painted about 2. I already did the driver's side headlight. I already took off the lens. As you guys can see, this was the other lens that was on my other car. It was like broken in different parts and really faded and yellowish. For the price of this headlight, I mean, you really need to consider it on buying new lenses for over $100 or less than $100, I believe. So the removal for these lenses is a little bit harder just because of the glue that they use for it. The driver's side, I did it way different that I'm gonna do this one to show you guys, because that one I did it the hard way and I didn't know how to take it off or how to, disassemble a lot of things on the headlight. So this is one of the ways that I've seen on guys on YouTube do it, and seems to be the easiest way. I really struggle a lot with the driver's side, just because I put it on the I took it apart. Basically I took off all the HID light, the bulb, the ballast, and motherboard, the small motherboard that they have over here. So just because I didn't want it to get cooked on the oven. It did get warm up and all that, but I broke up some stuff and I burned some other stuff. Like this black plastic is way softer than this one and the glue. So basically, when I was warming it up with the heat gun, I ended up like burning all these parts, and seems like all chew, like if a dog would have like chew it, you know. I ended up putting glue on it, and I don't think it's gonna leak or get condensation inside the headlight, but it just looks ugly. You cannot tell on the car because the headlight basically is only showing this part of the headlight on the car. All this part over here on the back is getting covered because of the fender and the bumper. So even if you end up like messing something over here or breaking something up, I mean, if you put glue, I mean, it should be fine. It's not gonna get exposed. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with that headlight. But this one, I'm gonna do it differently, just because I think it's gonna be easy. I did have to buy a tool from Harbor Freight. I believe this one was like 18 bucks. I had to buy this tool and then the little knives, which were I think like 8 bucks. So it was like close to 30 bucks on these two things. But I'm sure it's gonna make my life way easier just trying to cut the headlight all around. When I did the other one, I basically heated it up and I was trying to spray on some parts of the headlight. But if you keep in mind that the headlight is complete and nothing is broken from the headlight, I mean, getting one little corner, one little piece, I mean, it's gonna make you struggle a lot more because you're pulling something and at the same time you're pulling the whole thing off, rather than if you cut it and you start spraying off from there. I mean, it might break and stuff like that, but then it's gonna be easier because then you can pull it and it's just gonna bend or stuff like that. So it's gonna be way easier. So we'll see. Let's get started with the cutting. Okay, if you guys want to see what's inside all these headlights, I'll show you right now. In here we're gonna have this light bulb. Is a halogen light bulb, and that one is basically for your halo rings. I'm actually thinking on replacing that one with an LED, just because the halo rings on the front of the headlight, I mean, they're yellow. If you change to a LED bulb over here, you're gonna end up like having a newer look on your car with the LED halo ring. Okay, that's that one, the round one. Then you're gonna have the actual HID light over here, which is this one. Be careful with this one and never touch it with your finger, because the grease of your fingers is gonna end up like hitting it up a lot more and then it's gonna blow. So that's the HID light in there. So put it back. And this one over here, you have the turn signal. You just twist it over and pull it. There you go. There you got your turn signal. No LED, no anything. So there you go. On this other side, we are gonna have the ballast. This one over here. You just take off these 4 screws, and that thing has 2 plugs inside. So you just take them off in case that you have to take them off. On this other side, it has a little motherboard that. Okay, what we're gonna start doing is gonna start trimming all around the headlight, so we can basically break it and take it apart. Whenever you take it apart, don't pull it too hard from this part over here, because this part of the lens is holding the bottom part of the headlight with 2 screws. If you break the tabs, that part is not gonna stay in there very well. Okay, after doing that for like about 5 minutes, I guess you can now take out the lens out. Part of the lens. Which, there you guys have it. And like I told you guys, I broke a tab. I should have went all the way. I should have go all the way over here and break this screw holder, because I broke one of the tabs actually. But no big deal. We'll figure out right now what we can do. Still has another bolt, so should be fine. This one came with all the glue, so that's good. We don't have to clean that part anymore. So, keep rolling. As you guys can see, we're going piece by piece as we heat it up with the heat gun. We haven't do that much damage to it, just because we are hitting the glue on the inner part and then the outer part of the lens. So that's actually really good, because I didn't have this on the other headlight. The other headlight was melting the actual plastic, PVC plastic of the headlight, so didn't like look good at the end. But thankfully, like I said, I mean, the lens is gonna be on the fender and the bumper, so that part is not gonna be exposed. So we're going good so far. Clean from the gap that we need to clean up in order to put all the glue. Okay, I bought some glue from O'Reilly's Auto Parts, which is a weather strip type of glue. I bought it just because it was the first one that I have in mind to get. I should get some bottle glue from Amazon, but I know like how things are right now with the COVID-19 and the shipment and all that. It takes like at least more than a week to get here. It takes a little bit of time to set, but I think it should work fine, just because it's gonna cover all the gaps and it's basically waterproof. So right now we're just gonna test fit the new lens on the headlight. So see, it's already looking nice. just like a brand new headlight. Okay, we're gonna start applying the glue, and what we're gonna start doing is basically put it all in the whole gap of the headlight. Don't be afraid of putting more than enough. Remember, we took off the 2 screws holding it on each corner, so let's put those back so it'll make pressure on the actual plastic. Okay, one, and where's the other one? Right here. Good. And that's basically how you put the lens back on. So you're just gonna let it dry, and we're gonna try to install it back on the part. What we did is gonna work. So put it there, and should work. There you go. Fasten in place. This thing doesn't work, we can use some pair of pliers, and it should work right on. I mean, even if you don't have the pliers, so put it in there, hold the little head in there, and then just hold it to the other side. And there you guys have the results of the retrofit lens change of a 2007 BMW X5. As you guys can see, it looks way newer, even though this is an old car, still looking sharp just because of the new appearance of the new headlights.